Okay guys, I found out that if we ground these two, this is the control. It says the drivetrain control module grounds these two circuits. Well, it grounds the control circuit when it wants the differential to lock. So if we take a pick and we ground these two, oh, is our ignition off? I think our ignition might be off. Let me check. Let's turn this on. There we go, we're all powered up. Did I just hear it? Or was that something else that just went down? So, if we take our pick now, we touch these, hear that? It's locked. So unlocked, locked. So that's how that works. So we just ground the two, because this one's on ground, and this is our control circuit. So like I said, we just go. So our lock is working. Our drivetrain control module is not, and that's in the back corner panel. So I'm going to price a new one, and then should be good to go, because our powers and ground should work, because everything else works. And our what's it called? Looks like you might have a leak or something. This is all covered in oil. And so is the rear main seal area. Maybe his oil cooler's leaking. And then we'll put the new one in, and we'll confirm that it's fixed. I don't think they need to be programmed. I'm not sure, but we'll get all this stuff out, and then should be good to go. Hopefully the customer approves it, and we can show a fix. Okay guys, so we got a brand new module, drivetrain control modules right there. Not sure where the old one got set. I didn't replace it, but we'll come up here, we'll scan this car, and we'll see we'll connect up to this. Let's see, let's turn our ignition on. There we go. Let's go. I don't know what we're in right now. This is on a different vehicle. So connect. I'm sure I probably did this first. There we go. Let's go to diagnostics. I'm thinking we should be good to go on this thing now that we've got a new module. Okay. Oh, we gotta connect online, I forgot. There we go. Okay. Okay. There we go. What just happened? Let's try this again. Let's see if we can turn the ignition on, and then we can start this up. Actually, I'll wait and see if it'll do it this time. I know this tool works on here because we just did it, but there was just a software update. Hopefully I didn't break anything. I was going to start it up, get the battery voltage up higher, but what is going on here? Okay, let's try to exit this. Oops. Let's see. Let's exit our software. Technical problems. Let's relaunch it. Let's go back in. go through all this again. Diagnose. Let's close the door so you don't hear the beeping. I don't know what is going on lately with scan tools. I was having issues with this updating GM. Then my laptop, I was having issues connecting to BMW, like with this stuff. Couldn't get my icon to connect. Like, man, I'm using the factory software, factory tool. Still not working. What the heck? Let me restart the tool and we'll see if it fixes it. Okay guys, so I got it to work finally. I had to downgrade the software from the latest to the old one. I just updated this software yesterday. So one nice thing about launch is you can downgrade, but man, I just can't believe that. I gotta cycle this key too. Let's see if this code will go away. Let's see, clear fault codes, yes. I don't know why it's still in there unless they... Let's see, I thought that was weird that code was in there with a new module. Let's see if it'll still say service front wheel drive. What the heck? That makes no sense. How is it still open? We replaced it. Let me make sure that they put it in. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, so I got the star bulletin right here. My friend sent me. You can see it's a subscription to Chrysler. This ain't in any of the repair information. So they tell you to check. Hopefully this doesn't blow away. They tell you to check for like rubbing right here, right off the connector. They tell you to check behind the zip tie, and they tell you to check up here. I'm sorry, so is it on the other side? Okay, yeah, that is it. And they tell you to check up there. I'll show you guys what I think I found. I'm not 100% sure yet. So I came up here, like I was checking the harness, didn't really see anything here except where we went into it. Didn't see anything there. Thought, oh, maybe it's broke here where that zip tie broke, but no. I actually think it's broke in here, and I'll show you why. That looks like a hole right there. See that? Right there is a hole. I thought this was a factory zip tie like that, but I don't think that's factory. Actually, yeah, it might have been. Oh no, it's not factory, because right there is where it's supposed to be. Somebody broke this off up here. Somebody broke that zip tie off and re-zip tied it. See that? Somebody re-zip tied it, and then that's why I couldn't see it. So I'm going to cut that zip tie, and I'm going to open that up, and we'll find our broken wire, I'm sure. Somebody zip tied that, guys, so that we couldn't see the hole. And there's our broken wire. So we'll fix that, and then that'll fix this. Okay guys, so we're gonna fix the wire. Let it cool down. I'll put the loom over top of it. I'll tape it up, and it'll look like it was brand new. Okay guys, I taped the harness all up. You know what? I'll probably get another. Zip tie for this. Let's see, which way does this go? I don't think it goes in this way. For some reason I think it goes around the other way. Yeah, this goes the other way. There we go. So we got that all fastened. I'll probably replace this one on the side here for him. Let me go get another one of these and then we'll cut this down. And these are reusable, so I'll get this other one off of here and then I think we'll be good to go on this and then we'll test it. Okay guys, look at that. All fixed, all zip tied. There we go. Come over here. That's all zip tied. So now we should be good to go. Let me lower this down. Test to see if it works. Okay guys, let's try this again. Let's turn the car on. There we go. Let's do a rescan. Oh look, our four-wheel drive light went away. Let's turn this on. Stored. Look at that. Let's see. Can we go in high while we're parked? There we go. High. Oh, it says four-wheel high over there. I didn't realize that. Let's see. We're neutral. Can we go into low while we're high? There we go, four-wheel low. Look at that. So we can actually do it while we're in park. There we go. All our wheels should be spinning. There we go. Okay, let's stop that. Let's see, do we have like a button for locking diffs or something somewhere? I don't know how these work. Or if they just lock on their own. Let's see, let's go into our drivetrain control module. I would think four-wheel low, they'd be locked. Let's go read data stream, front locker, axle locker status. Okay. Rear locker is disengaged. Let's see, how do we know how this works? I don't see a locker button. I see like our hill descent. We'll try hill. Okay guys, so I was looking at the wrong thing. We wanted FAD disconnect, not locker. This doesn't have a locker because it doesn't have the switch up here. Switch up here is for the Rubicons. So now, if we go and pull this from two-wheel high to four-wheel high, we can watch our stuff engage right here. Look at that, it engaged. We put it in gear. Now all our wheels are spinning. Yeah, front wheel's spinning. So now, if we stop this, put it in neutral, come over. There we go, four-wheel low. Engage four-wheel low. See, we won't have locker counts or anything. So that's all good. Put this back in neutral. Oh, come up. I don't know why this thing's so hard to move. There we go. So there we go. Now everything's disengaged. Put it in gear. With the rear wheel spinning. So we'll stop this. We'll go back. We'll go back. We'll just do a rescan. And there we go. So, hope you guys like this one. See you later.